I'm actually in bed for a little bit. My headache is actually gotten to the point where I can't stand up anymore. It's just a complete migraine. So I'm going to continue on with what goes on now into December 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. There's constant communication with my ex-husband, with his family, about who's coming over for Christmas dinner and stuff, because there is a little bit of animosity if you pay attention to the Facebook postings and everything. All the Facebook postings, all the way starting from when I was dating him, all the way up until now. Pumpkin, get off my foot. Sit the fuck down. Come here. We are not liking this Freud storm system, are we? No, we don't like it. That's Ian. Anyway, so there's communication, and he's still going in and out and spending lots and lots of money on the wrong type of food that we're supposed to be having. So I had basically told him I just wanted bread and grits because that's all my stomach was able to tolerate. Then we get into an argument. This is still December 22nd because I haven't eaten in 3 days now, other than just bread. I mean, people don't consider bread as food, but yet it's part of the WIC system of items to purchase. Okay. This was what I'm telling you, this Walmart over here was a massive TikTok. We had to pay attention to how many times people with WIC were coming in and buying things, and then it was, sit the fuck down, dog! Get over here, you're gonna piss off Elsa. Come here, pumpkin. Sit. Good girl. The storm's not gonna brew any bigger than what it is. I have to drive out in that. That's how I know it's not going to brew any bigger than what it is. Anyways. Yep. Yep. He's a love lover. Continuing forward, so it's just basically grits and bread. He's getting pissed off, so now all the things that I'm correct doing is impacting 2020. So the more you do correct, the more it's going to impact into the next election, which is what it's supposed to do. I had pork, if you're wondering why I'm so healthy looking. I had a lot of pork tonight. It's the substitute off of beef. Yeah. It had nothing to do with the cherry smoothie that I had. No, it didn't. It's the fact I had pork. Yeah, we had pork. I made Pumpkin a whole pork chop. She a happy dog. Now she all giddy and stuff. Anyways. Yeah. So the more correct you are on what you're doing, it impacts the next administration. It just means that there's consequences that you have to deal with. Problem is that all the things I'm doing correct, not eating, not touching anything, is exactly what this piss fight was all about. Was that I wasn't to touch anything and not to touch my money. Okay, so I go and do that. Then the money is told to be spent, okay, on the washing machine. Okay, we need a new washing machine. I already knew that. And I had put money on a gift card aside, and I knew where I was going to go and purchase it. What I wasn't about to do was purchase more furniture because we had been made an offer about the furniture, and plus I knew we were going to move anyway. So the argument gets bigger and bigger. I want this argument to take place in front of my parents because my dad will snap out of it and he will say something sharp. And when I mean sharp, I mean it's sharp. But the problem is that my dad is so consumed with his mom that it's becoming a bit like a battleground. He either goes Klingon or Vulcan. And he refuses to do both because why? It impacts his sales. And we are all straight commission in this family. I'm like the next like heavy hitter as far as straight commission goes. The problem is that I do both. I do both Klingon and Vulcan when I pick my fights. I don't do Romulan because it's just arguing with knuckleheads, so it just doesn't work out. So December 22nd comes and it's like still running back. Ow! Fucking tits! Pumpkin, if I had a wand and the ability to be mechanical, I would just fucking tap you into a fucking another Miriam 2. Holy Lord. It's the same fucking storm. Same fucking storm. I should have been out on that campground tonight and during the storm. Anyway. Anyway, so the fight continues. It's now December 22nd. I'm starting to notice the more fighting there is, the more focused I am in this freaking unpacking. And yes, I do purchase this paper cutter. The problem is when he sees it, he goes apeshit because he thinks that the textbooks are considered to hold value in this quote-unquote job with his quote-unquote boss. And we know based on all the California psychic phone calls that it yields to nothing. And all the Scientology proof that we've gone through has proved nothing. There is nothing there. It's just nada, zero, niente, nil, nihil. It's just, it's nothing. There's no, it's not a blank check. Whatever the opposite of a blank check is, it's just nothing. So it's constant arguing. I have already had a application. I'm already telling him, you don't remember Sherry, you don't remember Mike, you don't remember Brandon and Jordan. And I was telling him, I says, you don't even remember Charlie? And he goes crazy and he starts saying, well, you're out of your fucking mind. I'm not out of my fucking mind. We just walked back into it December 19th, 2015. And mind you, I'm having all this recorded, voice recording. And I know that technology verification does work because all you have to do is say a certain amount of things into a recorder and it records your voice and then it matches up to it. That does exist. So it's just taken off more heat from being in a position of getting my face punched in by my ex-husband, because now he's all upset and now he's angry at the fact that we walked into it and here I am already planning a divorce, but he's already been planning it since Aruba. This is where Senator Peters' argument comes in, which is why I said, like, this makes no sense because Senator Peters had nipped it in the bud. And now we're coming into a new state, and now the senators and governor of the state are saying, well, I think you're not pulling your weight. Excuse me, we did all this in Michigan, and then we had you guys move out here to Massachusetts. Because it's the same shit that I had to do, only it was at a gym in the YMCA. It was like, what the fuck? So I'm glad I overlooked that. I was just like, but still. So everything has moved from Michigan to these two states because of us obtaining Miss Governor Whitmer. We had to do something because she said, I'm not dealing with this. Which is why she's still governor. Which is why Senator Peters is still Senator Peters. So I'm also getting in trouble because now he thinks I'm doing Sensei. I'm not doing Sensei. Jesus fucking Christ. I need to have something good to look forward to, because all the other politicians that I have, well, that I have really good memory of what y'all fucking did before West Wing and before Tom Cruise's movie, Lions and Lambs. It's like, okay, can't rely on you guys for anything positive. Nothing at all. Which is why, like, in this state, we deal with it. If we get in trouble, you deal with it. Senator Peter knows everybody in the state that has a birth certificate and does have a plate, in the times that are bad. And plus there's the Bambi Dianetics. So we're not even going near about how bad of a horseshoe I have when I come back home, having to go into the state. So it is basically how much of Michigan can you bring into Massachusetts to bring home. Okay. So mind you, I'm really holding out for a nice plate of raviolis at Olive Garden for my first meal. And it's not to be told, because I'm telling you guys, because it's like, well, what is she doing? Sit down. Sit down. I gave you a whole pork chop. This is why I don't give you everything you want, dog. Holy Lord. That's why I give you half. Give you half. I did. I cooked her a whole plain pork chop. Forced my mom to feed her the whole freaking pork chop. And now she acting all like... You acting all sci-fi space twister crazy. Sit down. Sit. Acting like you got more fucking wires connected to your head than Miriam. Cat in the basement. You scared of a fucking storm, you go down in the basement. You don't sit up here. So the fighting is going on. He's fighting with his family members about who's coming, who's not coming. He's in the middle of it. He's trying to be the... And I'm over here slicing pages out of my textbooks and shredding them. Mind you, every shredder is like a blender, which I had to kill tonight. My first blender, which was really good, which was the first one I bought for like, I think $15, had only made it through 10 smoothies. So that means that the shredder is only going to last for at least 10 hours of shredding. And we're not including the homework minus the coding part of it. And it's just like, I'm a nervous wreck, because it's like I'm fighting with him. I know he's got divorce papers already made and prepped up. And he's already talking to these people over here at Rock and Roasting Cafe, because that's where he went, supposedly. I really don't care what the truth is or what the fact is. It's the fact that he did all this 2 weeks before New Year's Eve. And then he continued to do it for 2 weeks more with this company. Okay? Mind you, y'all want to start from December 19, 2015. That's great. But the problem is everything was done before that date, which was Aruba. The start of Aruba. Because that's when things were a little bit shaky. It was like, why are we going here if you've been bitching and complaining about the pizza? Well, it kind of told them, things were, how to make a pizza and stuff. So it was kind of like, okay, so why are you over here? Why are you over here? I was kind of vocal about it. And then one day off that I had from school and from work, he was cooking. I had approached him about something, and he got really violent. I mean, I had a busted lip. I fell, and in the laundry basket, hit the lower jaw of my lip. I didn't touch him. I just asked him a question. I came out of bed and I said something to the fact that, what the hell was it? Are you going to do the laundry or am I going to do it? Because I was just like, I just wanted to lay down. It was my day off from school, and I had just gotten done turning in a homework assignment that was completely all coding and all programming, and it had to be multifunctional. So I was exhausted. And he was just something weird hit him. And I know this fucking family does stupid, crazy shit. They did it in Aruba, and I guess they were starting to do it again, especially with the cousin that they have. So it started off with that. So now it's like I don't want to see the family now because it's becoming more and more uncomfortable. The kids don't like me. They don't care for me. They don't like the fact we're not giving them the Christmas presents that, you know, the other family members are giving, but I can't give anymore because I'm being bitched out that I have to pay my student loans. We just got out of this fucking argument. And everybody knows that I'm well aware where the change of hands in whoever handles my student loans and the payments and the money goes to. So I know where it all goes because it changes in my music, okay? The one thing Miscavige has programmed is that if I get through all my stuff, I should be able to hear my lyrics, and the lyrics should make sense to what I'm supposed to be doing. It should flow with what I'm supposed to be doing, okay? Because that's how I had it in high school. That's what I did. I sat there, and if I couldn't get through my music for an hour to the point where I could listen to my lyrics and get through it, then it wasn't the song for me. It wasn't that path. And I had explained all this in the letter to him. Because I remember, because right after I had told my professor in probability and statistics over at OCC. He was a cool guy. So it's not like I'm bullshitting. I'm not. It's just I'm not sitting here like going to sit here and get out everything. What I'm trying to do is get through these 6 months up until KFC, you know, says, okay, it's time to come back and we're hiring. And I don't want to do golf. I don't want to do bowling. I don't want to do anything because that's the time that I need to continue to unpack all the way up until July. And then even the thought of going on vacation is just like, I wanted to stay home and enjoy the state because it was like, we didn't get a chance to even enjoy Narragansett Beach. And that's my favorite beach out of the whole set of beaches in Rhode Island. So it was like, well, we need to leave. We need to get out. We need to go. We need to go where? It was like go where? Where do you want to go? Everywhere we go, it's a fight, it's an argument, it's a catastrophe, it's a police fine, it's a police, appearance. It's like nothing more than fucking like bad luck. We don't belong in Quebec. We don't belong in Canada. We don't belong in the Caribbean. We don't belong here. We don't belong there together. So it was just like, just fucking sit still. Just fucking sit still. And no, I don't care to know about what he did with his ex-wives. Because you know what I'm doing in the car? Sleeping. I'm sleeping. I have worked myself to death at this job at Walmart because of the biggest TikTok fuck up that took place over here. Oh no. I remember everybody, but only 2 people may remember me. This was the biggest fuck up ever because they were fighting for a salary position as a manager. And I swear to fucking God, when you go into a grocery store career, you have to start off at 17 or 16. One of them has started off at 15 and 9 months. 15 years and 9 months is the starting age for any job application. Okay? In the KFC industry, it's a little different. But yes, you have to start off at a young age to get that position because you have to know everybody when you walk in. That's no different than me walking in saying, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Okay, that's because I've been memorizing everybody. And yes, you do get turned off. It's like people, you do see people tune you out when you're a vampire. It sucks. It completely fucking sucks, because when you're a human being, it's different. If somebody likes you and they want to improve you, they keep working and working and working on your skills. If they just like you but don't care for you to grow, they'll give you like these little pets and stuff. Me, on the other hand, it's like, hi, how are you? Bye. Or don't fucking talk to her. Or hey, look, you're doing so well. Let's keep you moving. So that's what's going on in my head, because now I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, I'm doing more and more digging and grounding. Problem is, I can't get a spider key to lock up all my technology like in the movie 50 Shades of Grey. I can't. For whatever reason, they won't give it back. I can't sign a release like form like saying, hey, look, I'll bring it right back. I just need it for fucking 90 days. Need it for fucking 90 days, and that's it. I go over to Walmart. I know for a fact that the prices are inflated. So for me to even do any type of comparison shopping time gathering in order to get to this fucking car dealership, I have to pick and choose the right comparison shopping grid path. And it's just like, holy fuck. You know what it's like? It's like pulling fucking programming strings right from the fucking sky onto paper on the first try. And you're just like, oh no. Oh no. I'm not so sure that headache is going to be manageable. Can do it. I was doing it for all 4 years of my programming degree. I was doing it all 4 years from a programming degree, but it was like headache here, go away eating certain food. Headache again, go away eating certain food. And it was just like, okay, at some point I got to stop eating and I have to focus on my health, because one of the downsides of being a programmer is that you shit your health and that you don't care about anything else but programming. And that was the one thing I hated, because it did kill my diet. And then when I got done with school, I said, master's degree, we're going to treat it like it's a detox. And that's exactly what I fucking did. I went to the gym, I did yoga. I loved my yoga instructor. Not sexually, meaning like my yoga instructor was cool. He was Russian and stuff. And he's got a Facebook post of me. If he declothed me, let him have it, because I told him he could have it. Told him he can have it. It was in a boat pose. Okay? I had just managed to recorrect my spine formation, which was uncurve my fucking lower back, which meant also the ability to play tennis again. So it's just a culmination of everything. And no, we are not Dianetic. We are not like correcting that, because I had spent money in cash and in check to get that fixed. To get that completely fucking fixed. Because it was coming out of a really tight budget. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm not going to keep wasting money on what every fucking woman does when they see a guy that they want to work with and then build a fucking life with. It's like I was constantly snapping out of it and snapping out of it. But I also know I was also going back to my old songs and just listening and listening and listening to it. What had happened for me straying from Dianetics was the trip to Indiana. Okay? Because it was like, well, things are different. Things have been different. Then when I walked outside, I realized things were not fucking different. They were the same shit all over again. So it was like, so where do you start off? What do you do in the event that you have upset Miscavige to the point where he doesn't want to speak with you anymore? Like, how do you get that to come back? Trust me, I can't tell you how many hours I was on the fucking treadmill. Walking, like literally walking to my music. It was just like, keep going with it. It was frustrating because everybody was running at like 10.9, running with their thoughts, and here I was trying to pop my thoughts and not cry, not lose it, not be sullen about it. It was just be content, because maybe that's where I was losing it. So yeah, there was a lot of like, what did I have to do? And the reason why I'm saying this is because Fitness 19 is out of business, which was, everybody knew if they were paying attention to my geolocation, that was where I was at for like a good part of 2014 into 2015, and then that stopped because French was starting to get a little bit unbearable. Okay, we're not going to go into that part because I think that that's what my ex-husband wanted. Okay, so now I've lost all this weight. I knew it was just sitting on me. Once you lose all the weight and it's all like just sitting on you, it sits. You have to do something with it. Didn't know what to do. So I sat on it and I said, trust me, it is a bodybuilding fucking nightmare. Which is why it comes down to, what did you eat? Were you healthy about it? What did you pack as far as air? It's like weird talk. But it's understood when you start like carving and carving and carving, and then like you have this like hollow trunk, and it's like, well, what are you gonna do with it? So we're not going in there. December 22nd is here, and that's exactly what I'm saying as I'm unpacking and fighting with my ex-husband. He's upset. He's saying I'm being antisocial. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to talk to me. You don't want to eat. You want to have sex. And I'm biting my lip really hard, and all I'm saying is that, I videotaped this whole fucking thing. I says, what did you say to me, insulting me in front of everybody? Okay. So I played it on my phone. Now it's like, you're overanalyzing. No, I'm not. Because out of my mouth was, wait till you see Bethany Voss. When you see Bethany, that's when you're going to say, well, then it was worth saying it. Okay, but I have gutted out pretty much everything. He won't let me touch the tiles because he wants me to do it. I want to break these fucking tiles that I did over here in Wyandotte. Okay, I want to break it. It's called Pottery Creations. I want to fucking break them. I want to pick up the box and fucking drop them and just see what type of money is still owed to me. And that's the frustration I have, because it's the box that's sitting in the corner right by the heater. And Miriam is rubbing her chin up against it. And it's like, okay, but I also know Miriam's a little Jafar too. So she likes to put mommy in certain positions, and it's like, okay, what's going to come out of this if I do? Meanwhile, it's hurting Ian. Because it is. Because, like, Ian doesn't like the fact that I have a guy in my life. I don't want to be with the guy. I don't want to be with a guy. I don't like liars. I also know something about the military, too. I can put up an office, and I can put up a whole bunch of people in a little reserve site, and then, like, give them, like, ability to do promotions and stuff, and let them play, Toy Story, whatever, and that's it. War is done. It's done. We're not even going into it. It's like lower level college versus upper level college fighting, So we're done with that. TV's off. He's had the TV's off down in my end. He's had the TV playing for like 48 hours fucking straight. Well, I want to see, whether or not Trump is going to win. It's the same fucking shit. I swear to God, if Jimmy Carter was sitting right next to me, he would say it. They're doing the same fucking shit. When you do the same fucking shit, you're going to get the same fucking outcome. Okay? If you change for the better, the outcome becomes a better outcome. That's exactly how it is in the fucking scientific method. That's why this is the same fucking ordeal. The same fucking ordeal. Then when you have a wild card factor like me, okay, trying to aim for the better result, it's like a whole fucking uproar. That's like no different than trying to perfect titration. Like, I remember that. I sat in class and I asked, how do you know how many times to titrate each and every chemical? And the question was like, why do you want to know that? Because imagine if you had wrote this, you sat there, and with every single centigram and whole gram was able to document with consistency how many times you could titrate, we would be able to get through these labs quicker. The look on this African professor's of chemistry's face was, it was like I finally popped this man's bubble. Because I'm paying attention to my dollars, that's why. So imagine, so every single time that I go and purchase something, I'm actually able to know how much I'm spending to that event of occurrence and what that result will bring out. Like it's a fucking, I did something in my chemistry class. I was so fucking exhausted. I had such a heavy fucking load freshman year. Acing everything in that class. 2 points off. It was okay. Extra credit, didn't need it. Knew when I didn't need the extra credit, knew when I needed the extra credit. But it was just like, don't eat, sleep. Don't eat, sleep. Do your homework in between waking up, between sleep intervals. It was just like, I was on the mark with everything. And I was playing my tennis. So it wasn't like I didn't know what I was talking about. It was like, how much more of a chemist could you be? Which is what I'm asking. It's like, I'm not asking for physicists. I'm asking for somebody to understand. I'm sitting here paying attention to how many fucking times we're making a mistake that is costing us in the end. And it's just like, okay. So, mind you, after this fight, 3 o'clock is when we're supposed to go out and get food for this fucking party. This Christmas dinner party. What I wanted was an 8-shot fucking mocha. And it was an 8-shot mocha that I wanted, because I knew that if I sat in the car, I said it to him, I'm buying this mocha, do not fucking ruin it for me. Because the worst thing that I have right now is the inability to enjoy a coffee purchase. And enjoy it, because I'm still sipping a coffee.